All right, so now that I've got this piece here, I can, what's this body here? Oh, it's this box. So you know what? I don't need this box. If I delete this box, it might yell it's referenced by other features in the timeline so you want to delete. It's probably safe to delete this, but just in case, I'm going to right click this and do remove. And now that's gone. And when you're talking about bodies, you can take this body here. If you hit Control C, Control V, that'll make a duplicate of that body. And you can go up here and you can do this. You can scale and rotate it around and then click OK. If I want to, I can actually mirror this body. Let's say I want to do a copy of that straight up. So what I need to do is, let's try and do that. Let's do a box here. Oh, that's our duplicate box. Let's go ahead and undo that. So we're going to select this box, and we're going to go into Create, Mirror. And now we're going to need a mirror plane. I want to mirror it on this plane here. I don't really have a center plane. But you know what? Let's create one. I'm going to hit Cancel. And let's do an offset plane. So this offset plane is actually selected. It's a button up here that's selectable, but it's also under here under Construct Offset Plane. So what I can do is, or I can do a plane on those. But let's do an offset plane. So I'll do Construct Offset Plane. And it's going to go, okay, what plane do you want to offset? You can offset this thing and offset this thing. Let's go ahead and turn our origin on, and I'm going to click hold, and I'm going to grab this work plane here, and it's going to take that work plane, and now I can click this up arrow and I can create an offset plane. Now I can't see it because I turned construction off, remember? So now I can see it, and I can put this offset plane wherever. If I want to, I can go here to the front and go ahead and just position this wherever I want. Let's put it somewhere there, okay? And now I have a little plane I can mirror from. So let's try that again. Create, mirror, select my body, select my mirror plane. There's my work plane. Hit OK, and now I've got this mirrored body here. So let's keep going. Let's talk a little bit more about bodies and how those interact with sketches and doing. Let's do a pattern with a body instead of a sketch. So let's say I want to connect these two bodies right here with maybe some cylinders that connect down. So in order to create those cylinders, let's do it with a sketch. So I'm going to go to Sketch, Create Sketch, and I'm just going to click right on the back of this to go ahead and capture these profiles that I'm going to end up using. So now that I have those, I'm going to turn my bodies off so I'm not too distracted. So with this one, what I can do is I'm going to hit O for offset, or you can go in here to Sketch, Offset, and I'm going to click this line here, and I'm going to offset it out here. So this is going to give me a circle that I can use to punch through, but it's actually going to give me a line I can click on to go ahead and make a circle that I can punch through. So I'm going to hit C for Center Diameter Circle, and now that I have this line here, I can place my circle anywhere along here. Because I'm going to make it go around the circle this way, it doesn't really matter where I put it, but just for now I'm going to hover over the center part and then pull out. You're going to see it makes a blue line. And then when I hit this other blue line, it makes an X. That means I am exactly straight across from that center line, and I'm now on that blue line. So now if I click, that's where my center circle is going to go. Let's go ahead and make it about yay big. And now let's go ahead and clean this up. So I'm going to hit T, and I'm going to trim all this stuff out of my sketch that I don't want. And because I don't really need this reference point anymore, I'm going to hit Escape, click it, and then just hit delete, and that'll go ahead and get rid of that for me. So now that I have this circle, this is what I really wanted out of this sketch. I'm going to go ahead and hit stop sketch and bring my bodies back. And now what I can do is if I click this profile and then do right click push pull, I can go ahead and I can cut all the way through, or if I go to distance 2, I can make sure it goes all the way through to the bottom of this thing, and then I can do a join. So now I can join these two bodies together. However, I want to do a join, but I also want to do all the way around this circle here. But in order to do that, I need to do a new body first. So instead of join, I'm going to do new body. And now what I can do is do a circular pattern of this new body here. So how I do that is I go over here to Create, Pattern, Circular Pattern. Go ahead and select our object here. I want to do a body, so I'm going to select this whole body. My axis here. If I click this thing, is it going to do it? Yeah. It'll actually create an axis for me. If I didn't have an axis, what I could do is go over here to Construct, Axis through Cylinder, and then just click the cylinder. It'll give me a little axis line straight through there. But it looks like it's doing what I want. It's going all the way around my object. Now I can type in the quantity here. If I want to do like 12, I can just type in 12. Or if I want to do like maybe 5 was fine, it looked like. And of course, if I want to skip any, all I got to do is uncheck these. If I'm happy with that, I can hit OK. And there's going to be my cylinders poked all the way through. Now again, if I decide the cylinder isn't placed right or is too big or too small, I can always go back and change that. I can go back through my history here and edit the sketch, or I can go over to my sketches here and go, you know what? Let's edit this sketch real quick. Just right click, edit sketch. And now what I'm going to do is go ahead and, well, I can't really scale this down, but what I can do is offset. Now I don't know if this is actually going to work, but let's try it. So I'm going to offset this sketch here. I'm going to hit T, I don't want to use this circle. I'm just going to clean all that stuff out, hit stop sketch, and yeah, it's going to yell at me that, you know what, that extrude didn't work. So what I'm going to do is roll back to before that extrude, and I'm going to right click and do delete all features after history marker, and I'm going to redo this with a smaller cylinder here. Right click, push pull, and we're going to go, instead of cutting, we're going to do a new body. We're going to go distance to this point here, click OK. So now we've got that new body. Now we'll go ahead and do another pattern around here. So I'm going to go to create, pattern, circular pattern. I'm going to select my body. I'm going to select my axis, which is going to be this circle here, and I'm going to do 5 of them. Click OK. And there we go. Now if I want to join these together, all I have to do is go to modify, combine, and then I can grab this body here, and all of these bodies here. Click OK, and now all these things are joined. So at this point, I could go ahead and fillet these things or chamfer these things together because they're all together there. So now these are all one body, but let's say, you know what, I actually want to split this body here right through the middle using this midplane that we had, because these things actually come apart. So what we can do is, so this is our new box here. Let's go ahead and hide our original cylinder because we don't want to split that, because if it's visible, it's going to want to split through that a lot of the time. So what we're going to do with this body here is go ahead and split it. So how I do that is go to create, or I'm sorry, modify, and you're going to see there's a split face and there's a split body. Now split face we might get into later, but basically you're going to project a curve to a selected face and it's going to cut just the face. A split body is going to cut all the way through that body and split the entire body in half. That's the one we want. So I'm going to hit split body. You're going to need to select the body you want to split, and I'm going to turn off the sketch here. We don't need to see that. So select the body. Select our splitting tool, which is this plane right here. Click OK. And now this is split into this box here and this box here. Now if you want to go ahead and name these, and I think I can go ahead and drag this body out of that mirror group here, maybe not. I think eventually we'll be able to. It looks like it wants to stay in there for now, so I'm going to leave it alone. So now what we can do is, let's just really quickly go through here just to make sure, because when you go to render this thing, if we go to visual style shaded, it's going to look like one solid piece because they're split, but there's no bevel or fillet in order to show that those are separate bodies. So let's go ahead and add those. So I'm going to go back here to visual style shaded with visible edges only. I'm going to hit F. I'm going to hide one of the bodies. I'm going to click through here, and I'll do a 0.2 fillet. And I'll bring my other body back, and I'm going to hit F. I'm going to do a 0.2. And now when I bring them both back, you're going to see that now it has a cut line. And if I go in here to render, you're going to see, you've got a nice clean edge through there.